NATO has two tasks in the war in Ukraine, and that first is to provide support to Ukraine and to ensure that Ukraine prevails. NATO is not party to the conflict, but we support Ukraine, and NATO allies have provided unprecedented support. The other task we have is to prevent this war from escalating beyond Ukraine and become a full-fledged war between Russia and NATO. And to ensure that, we have significantly increased our military presence in the eastern part of the alliance with more troops backed by significant air and naval power to send a very clear message to Moscow that we protect every inch of NATO territory. An attack on one ally will trigger a response from the whole alliance. And therefore we have now more military presence in the Baltic countries, in Poland, in Romania, in the eastern flank. And the United States is leading. The United States has increased its military presence in Europe, 10,000 troops in Poland, increased presence in Romania, in the Baltic countries, together with all the NATO allies. So this is to prevent escalation. This is to provide credible deterrence, not to provoke a conflict, but to prevent the conflict and preserve peace.
Our times now, do you think that the meeting...
For as long as it takes, we will stand by Ukraine, because it will be a tragedy for the Ukrainians if President Putin wins in Ukraine, but it will also be dangerous for all of us, because that will send a message to all authoritarian leaders that when they use military force, they get what they want. That will make the world more dangerous, us more vulnerable, and that's the reason why the meeting in Warsaw today sent this very strong message of unity in providing support to Ukraine.
Signs that, apart from the...
China and Russia are coming closer, are standing together, and of course China is one of the few countries that have not been able to condemn Russia's brutal war of aggression against Ukraine. And we also are concerned about that China may be planning for also providing military support to Russia to support this illegal war. And of course China should not do that because that will be to provide direct support to blatant violation of international law. And of course a member of the UN Security Council, China should not in any way support violation of the UN Charter, the international law.